Wait a minute, I'm not done now. You know, the devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. Hey, he's my favorite. Don't you bother him.
Yeah.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Yeah.
Did Jay reach out yet?
Nah, Pop. He ghosting.
This mother doing. Things sweet now because I'm in there.
It's all good. You about to get out on bail.
Now, hey, yo, check this out.
They just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're going to leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat.
And after that, we got to turn it up. Sound man, let's get the mic right. Turn it down a little bit. Shout out to Ciroc, Bobby. Taste it, you'll love it. Good. I think I made my point clear. So, if child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kid's downstairs. 15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you very much.
What if I told you there's proof Diddy performs strange satanic-like rituals on his party guests and had his guests worship the woman? Then, everyone proceeded to eat food right off her body.
Denzel Washington, who is known to be one of Hollywood's pillars of integrity and calm, but at one of Diddy's notorious No Limits parties, everything changed. Denzel witnessed something so shocking that he couldn't stay silent. Now the whole internet says he didn't just walk away, he has evidence. And now with Diddy facing serious charges, there's a question no one can answer. Did Denzel hand over footage to the feds? And what he saw during these parties that made him lose his cool? Now, for those who don't know, Denzel is a Hollywood legend, known for his unwavering morals and for staying far away from scandals. But back in 2003, at one of Diddy's infamous parties, something happened that left him shaken. These weren't just any parties. Diddy's gatherings were known for their exclusivity excess and outrageous behavior. But on that night, even the unflappable Denzel couldn't remain calm. I mean, look at these pics. Diddy has a lot of underage girls attending his parties under the influence. But the worst thing about these parties is this mega mention that has a
Hollywood often dazzles us with its glamour, but behind the scenes, darker stories sometimes emerge. This narrative involves two well-known figures, Denzel Washington and Sean Diddy Combs, whose paths crossed in a way that has sparked new discussions. With Diddy facing serious legal challenges, an incident at a party in 2023 has taken on a new and unexpected significance.
Lot of cameras hidden so they can catch celebs' private videos. Back to Denzel, witnesses say Denzel stormed out furious after seeing something that shocked him to the core. But what did he see that night? And why are rumors still swirling that he handed over the footage to the feds that could bring down one of the biggest names in music? Now, before diving into that fateful night in 2003, it's essential to understand the worlds of Denzel Washington and Sean Diddy. Combs, two men who, while occupying the same Hollywood landscape, couldn't be more different in how they approached fame, fortune, and life. Denzel is the embodiment of what many would call a role model, an actor who not only excels in his craft, but also lives by the same principles he portrays on screen. Denzel's career is marked by his selective choice of roles, each reflecting a strong moral compass, whether it's his powerful portrayal of Malcolm X or the morally conflicted anti-hero in Training Day off-screen Denzel's. Commitment to faith, family, and maintaining a private life is well known. In a town full of temptations, Denzel has always chosen the road less traveled. Sean Diddy Combs, on the other hand, built his empire through a very different set of values. From running Bad Boy Records and being a key player in the hip-hop scene, to branching out into fashion and other ventures, Diddy thrived in the world of excess parties, fame, and constant media attention were integral to his brand. And while Diddy admired Denzel often, calling him a role model for maintaining integrity in an industry built on temptation, his life choices reflected a different path. Now, you might be wondering, if the relations between these two were so good, why would Denzel snitch on him? Well, this is because of what Denzel witnessed at that party. It was the summer of 2003, and Diddy's latest party was in full swing. The music was deafening, the drinks were flowing, and the air was thick with the scent of extravagance. Diddy's parties were legendary, a place where anything and everything could happen, and often did celebrities, moguls, and influencers gathered to celebrate excess. But that night, something was different. Denzel Washington was not one for these kinds of events. He wasn't the type to seek out the spotlight at wild parties, preferring instead the quiet company of close family and friends. But for whatever reason, perhaps out of respect for Diddy, he found himself there that night, in the midst of a scene that clashed with everything he stood for. As the night wore on, it became clear that the party had crossed a line even by Diddy's standards. Rumors started swirling that the usual chaos had turned darker, and Denzel, ever the man of strong...
Imagine a lavish mansion glowing under the moonlight, music thumping, and celebrities mingling as champagne flows freely. Diddy, famous for hosting extravagant gatherings, held a party that included stars like Denzel Washington and his wife, Pauletta. Reports suggest the couple left abruptly after witnessing something unsettling. Sources claim Denzel raised his voice, saying, "You don't respect anyone," before walking out with Pauletta, cutting through the party's lively atmosphere.
Eyewitnesses reported that Denzel saw something that directly challenged his moral code. According to multiple sources, Denzel confronted Diddy in front of everyone, shouting, "You don't respect anyone?" His anger was palpable, a far cry from the cool, calm demeanor he was known for. Whatever he witnessed at that party had shaken him to his core. After the confrontation, Denzel stormed out, leaving with his wife Pauletta and refusing to look back. But what exactly did Denzel witness that night? Was it just the over-the-top atmosphere that rubbed him the wrong way? Or was there something more sinister at play? Could it have been tied to the very behaviors that would later emerge as part of Diddy's ongoing legal battles? Some insiders believe Denzel may have seen firsthand the manipulation and coercion that have now become the subject of federal investigations. Whatever it was enough to make Denzel, a man known for his integrity, publicly lose his temper. This wasn't just an argument about egos or a clash of personalities. Those who were there claim that Denzel's outburst may have been a sign of something far darker brewing under the surface, something that would only come to light years later. As Diddy's legal troubles mounted in recent years, rumors began to circulate about Denzel's role in the unfolding drama. Some speculated that Denzel had captured footage from that infamous night footage that could potentially bring down one of Hollywood's most powerful figures. Did Denzel really hand over evidence to the authorities, or is it all just speculation? To be clear, there's no concrete proof that any footage exists, and no credible sources have confirmed it. But the rumors persist largely because of who Denzel is, a man known for his principles and unwillingness to stand by in the face of wrongdoing. While no tapes or videos have surfaced, the mere possibility that Denzel might hold the key to unraveling Diddy's empire has kept people guessing. Whether the footage exists or not, one thing is clear: Denzel's actions that night weren't just about making a scene. His confrontation with Diddy, his abrupt departure, and his refusal to engage in the world of excess were all signs that he saw something deeply wrong. Could it be that Denzel, in his quiet yet powerful way, was one of the first to call out behaviors that are now part of Diddy's legal downfall? So, what do you think? Did Denzel make the right move in confronting Diddy? Could there be more to this story than we know? And if you missed what is going on with Diddy these days...
This event was not just dramatic, it also alluded to a more sinister story. Denzel, a guy renowned for his honesty and composure, responded so forcefully, indicating that there was more going on than a simple argument. Fast forward to 2024, and the revelation has a whole different significance.
Do you feel like the federal government has a strong case when it comes to the criminal matter of what's going on, outside of the freaky nature?
Yeah, by all means, man. I mean, most people are definitely afraid to even walk into a federal courthouse.
Big boys.
Jurors are afraid. Everybody's in awe. So that's advantage federal government, right? The evidence and the public perception that they currently have is strong as well. And I'm going to go ahead and correct myself. Cassie was beat. Because I got.
There was Cassandra. I don't know what you called her. What'd you say?
I'm not saying that again. I'm not saying that again. So to the 2 or 3 people who corrected me on the name, I left it alone. I apologize.
Well, they picky, boy.
Hey, you know what? But you know what? Call me out. If you see something and I see it, if I'm wrong, if I see it, I'll chime in. Or if I feel like I'm not wrong, I'll chime in and explain why I said what I said. So I have no problem communicating with your viewers.
So yes, no, as you stated, Cassie, the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, which is not illegal. Again, it's not illegal. But
Is it? Is it not?
Man, listen.
Is it not?
Is
it flammable?
It's flammable.
No, I'm just asking.
Physically or metaphysically? Like, what are we talking about? It can go both ways.
I don't want to know about the metaphysical part of it. But no, I mean, that much of anything, quite honestly, if it can be used to make a bomb, chances are you're not supposed to have that.
It's easy to fix. Hey, we like having oil parties, bathtubs full of oil, and slip and slide.
Is it a fix?
To me, that's easy. That's an easy.
Is it easy fix?
Yeah, I mean,
don't say
move
that.
on to the next question.
Don't say that. Don't say
no,
that.
it's like we literally have baby oil wrestling nights.
You know why you don't want to?
Is that illegal?
It's illegal in the context of how Sean Combs uses it. So you don't want to say that.
Okay.
So don't. If Sean Combs, if you see this, Joker should not be your attorney.
Yeah. That's why I did not pass the ball.
Because statements like that are gonna get you sent straight. They're gonna be like, you don't even need a jury. Just listen. This is your cell right here. This is your cell. You don't want to say that.
But he has to explain that. His lawyer has to explain it.
Well, and watch this, man. Sometimes
Diddy is currently at the center.
This wasn't just a dramatic moment. It seemed to hint at deeper concerns. Denzel, known for his calm and thoughtful demeanor, responding so strongly suggests that something significant occurred. As the spotlight now turns to Diddy's legal troubles, that night in 2023 takes on new meaning.
Do you think it's true when people say, oh, Diddy will never be fully exposed because there's too many huge names involved in the mix?
Oh, I agree. That don't matter. We get enough of them.
Will he make it out alive, Jack?
There's a young woman by the name of Andrea right now doing interviews, suggesting that she was tipped off by someone when inside the feds who said they saw her on some of the evidence seized. They said she was sedated, and they said she was being essayed by multiple men at the same time, which we know is called a train. And she tried to elude that allegedly our 47th president-elect was involved somehow. Do I know if that's true or not? I do not know. But I tell you what I do know. If they try to attach Trump to any of this freak-off foolishness, they all as good as dead anyway.
Jack, you almost I don't know how you know this stuff, but you be knowing the future. You just know everything. Where does this Diddy trial go? Like, what happens? Can you tell us what you think?
It's a RICO. And all those freak-off attendees who endorsed Kamala Harris have now become clear enemies of the Trump administration. Ain't nobody getting no pardon. Diddy about to get some company. And with Trump's new agenda to shut down government funded trans, now that he's shutting all that down and reinstilling, going back to just the recognition of two genders, a lot of the people that was endorsing Kamala are going to have a problem.
Diddy is currently dealing with serious allegations that have overshadowed his storied career. These accusations have led many to reconsider long-standing rumors about his lifestyle and the events surrounding his infamous parties. Could that night in 2023 have foreshadowed these revelations?
Denzel delved into a range of allegations, including and usurping roles. Nevertheless, Oprah appears to be someone unwilling to passively witness the unfolding events. Currently, it seems she is countering Denzel, possibly with a hint of intimidation, reminiscent of her actions in the past. Amidst these accusations, certain Twitter users began asserting that Oprah's residence in Boca Raton, Florida, had been raided in connection to a global trafficking ring. Supporters of this claim cited Oprah's previous associations with offenders Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. Adding to this alarming rumor, Twitter posts propagated the idea that Oprah had been apprehended under suspicion of participating in global trafficking. However, the seemingly bizarre nature of this assertion is due to its lack of truth. Obviously, these rumors are beyond ridiculous, but Oprah felt the need to clear the air anyway. Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true, she wrote on Twitter. Haven't been raided or arrested, just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody. The enigmatic nature of Hollywood is as intriguing as a magician's hat, filled with peculiarities and concealed treasures. From glamorous parties to occasional scandals involving A-listers and the persistent efforts to discreetly handle certain film projects, it's evident that the entertainment industry harbors more secrets than a hidden treasure map. And of course, one cannot overlook the nuanced skill of artist management, akin to the challenging task of herding cats in the world of Hollywood.
A Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and apologize, right? But
furthermore, it's no secret that celebrities sometimes engage in lighthearted banter about their fellow actors. Consider the iconic Mel Gibson and the everlasting Christopher Walken, for example. Christopher Walken has undoubtedly been a formidable presence in Hollywood, captivating audiences with his distinctive style and adaptability. From eccentric quirks to a diverse range of authentic character portrayals across various film genres, he has stood as an entertainment powerhouse. His unwavering impact on both the silver screen and television has etched an unforgettable place in the hearts of fans.
Hey, come here. Come on, I'll give you a free ride. You do it again. Show this boy. Go ahead.
No,
That's terrific, kid. That's terrific.
With a voice that could command a room, a face that could launch 1,000 ships, and an expression so serious it could turn milk sour, Christopher Walken had that spooky presence that made Hollywood sit up and take notice. But what really set him apart were the spine-tingling roles he took on. Walken specialized in playing characters that were so intense, they'd send shivers down your spine fast.
Diddy's gatherings were known for their exclusivity and secrecy, drawing some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Yet, emerging accounts paint a troubling picture of what may have occurred at these events, leaving many questioning the culture that surrounded them.
Hey, man, bro. Me and him been outside together 15 years. Well, that's small. He the reason I'm alive right now. You feel me? He don't really care about money like that. He don't really care about a lot of them. As long as he got his jewelry, he got his stuff, he got his gun, and we doing our thing, he cool.
Yeah, that's all you need in life.
So, whenever I know I got a situation coming up and, the risk of dying is high, dude gonna make sure he there. That's what he like to do.
Right.
But anywhere I take my boy, I have to give him certain guidelines. On this particular day, I say, bro, I don't know what we're gonna see in here, but we get $2,500 apiece to keep these two models right here safe at this event. Don't get out of my eyesight. He said, Gordo, that's my other nickname, Gordo. He said, Gordo, I love you, but I gotta go to the bathroom. I said, okay, bro, the bathroom over there, I think. So I'm over here dealing with them. About 30 seconds go, I hear, he got a gun. I'm like, I instantly know, I say, fuck, fucking do God. I look over there, I see he got joined up and it's out and he pointed at somebody. He said, hey man, everybody get on the ground. So now here I go, I gotta say, y'all stay right there. I come over there. 5 dudes in the bathroom. Everybody passes their ankles. One dude didn't even have no pants on at all. He even had no socks on. He getting extra crazy. I'm like, dude, what you just see? He said, bro, these motherfuckers in here all pulling each other. I'm like, what you mean? He said, man, sword fighting in here. Hey, we gotta go. I'm looking like, damn. Shout out Big Duga.
Shout out Big Duga.
Yeah.
Shout out Big Duga. Damn.
That's the thing, bro. Like, bro, these, bro.
So, Let's do it like this. Let me ask you.
Niggas would get mad at me. I wouldn't plug them with celebrities. And I say, look, bro, you don't know what you asking for. And when I see certain guys, I say, yeah, you definitely getting your cake stood. Because you too thirsty to go be up here. 5 in the morning? You want to be in the studio with all dudes? Everybody on ecstasy and cocaine? They sipping liquor? There's no females here? You the females, my boy.
Shit.
You the females. Oh no.
Now, Chris Columbus had a story that he told where he was laying down with his wife, and he got a phone call from Diddy like at 2 in the morning, saying I'm at the hotel, and he's like, yeah, well, who there? Like, you know.
During an appearance on the Breaking the Machine podcast, comedian Brandon T. Jackson shared a thought-provoking piece of advice he once received from Denzel: leave Hollywood parties 30 minutes before the trouble begins. At the time, it seemed like a metaphor, but in light of recent events, it feels remarkably prescient.
Roles he took on. Walken specialized in playing characters that were so intense, they'd send shivers down your spine faster than a roller coaster.
You're a terrific actor, and you've portrayed many types of people, but you clearly you like to play an evil character, don't you?
Well, sure, I like to work.
It's no surprise that when fellow celebrities watched him regularly don the cloak of such serious and scary roles, they couldn't help but associate him with those characters. Some might say that people were more scared of Walken off-screen than on, just like the case with Denis Villeneuve. Once, Patrice Vermette, the production designer of Dune 2, also stated in an interview that the Deer Hunter actor's casting as the film's villain was an easy choice, calling it a no-brainer because of the general image he possessed in the industry. He said, "Speaking of villains, the movie will finally introduce the Padishah Emperor Shaddam Thor in the flesh." And Villeneuve made it clear that casting Christopher Walken in the role was a no-brainer because there's something about that man that commands respect. Walken's bone-chilling aura even managed to give the charismatic Mel Gibson a serious case of the heebie-jeebies during their first encounter. This peculiar meeting from the annals of Hollywood history resurfaced in a vintage 1998 interview, where Mel Gibson spilled the beans on his rather unsettling take on the movie industry. The interview went viral, setting the online community abuzz with wild conspiracy theories in the wake of Gibson's comments. He acknowledged, "I thought, oh no, Chris Walken is the Antichrist, you know." Gibson's comment about Walken was not right because despite his looks and eerie aura, he is a legendary actor who has contributed to Hollywood with his captivating performances. Well, it appears that those who dared to speak about the legendary actor might have felt the icy winds of disapproval from some of Hollywood's elite. Recently, Mel Gibson has been toiling away on a rather controversial movie, and the latest buzz is quite the showstopper. Word on the street is that the film has achieved a jaw-dropping milestone, breaking the $150 million barrier at the box office, and its meteoric rise seems far from running out of steam.
And they don't have a lot of 3D special effects, but they do operate on a higher level.
Despite the persistent efforts of woke Hollywood and the liberal news media to put a damper on things, this film has not only recouped its production costs, but has managed to bankroll a whopping tenfold return. It's now etching its name in the annals of box office history as one of the most astonishing triumphs of all time.
If I put down exactly what happened, it's too hard to take. No, there have been a lot of obstacles thrown in the way. You know, there's a lot of... what would you call it?
It's absolutely mind-boggling how Hollywood is seemingly going all out to give this movie the cold shoulder. The movie has seemingly reignited the spotlight on Hollywood, and it's raising eyebrows all around. One notable figure finding themselves...
Others in Hollywood, like actor Marlon Wayans, have echoed similar sentiments about leaving such parties early. These anecdotes suggest that some attendees chose to exit discreetly rather than stay late and risk being involved in situations they might later regret.
Curry.
Shout out to you for being alive still and not being afraid to talk. You gave me the strength to talk because when I first got the strength to put my story out there, everybody was like, you can't say nothing. You gonna mess up your lawsuit. You gonna do this. You gonna do that. And I'm saying, well, I'm filing my lawsuit for justice. Like, it is about the money so I can, set my son up and I can get into counseling and, do all the things I need to do because I can't work a job. I want to be financially straight. But besides all that, I want to work with Jaguar Right. I want to go around and speak at people, victims of, abuse and sexual abuse and sex trafficking. I know a lot. There's certain things I want to tell Jaguar, like in face-to-face. I get the opportunity. And, man, thank you for speaking on me. That was funny, that comment you made about the pardon and all that. Like, I put it out there on purpose so he can't do that. That was the strategy of mine, because I talk about it now. If he try to do it, it's gonna look a certain way. So when you said that, like, he ain't going down with the dead, I'm like, yeah, see, my strategy is working.
Do you think Justin Bieber will eventually speak out about what happened? Because he looks
He has to.
traumatized.
He has to. He has. He's a father now. You think he would take his kid over there? Even Usher said he wouldn't take his kid over there, so why you take Justin over there? Why? What did he promise you? What extra did he promise you for you to take that boy over there at the time, knowing what he was going to do to him? What did he promise you? And then did you receive it? Because you sold your soul when you did that. I don't know if you can get it back, Usher. What's that song you got out? Shit. Your confessions and burn. You gonna let it burn, all right.
A lot of people are
God didn't
asking.
like that. God did not like that from Usher, to take Justin over there. Because now it's nothing that Justin can ever do to get his innocence back in that way. He stole so much from him when he took him over there, knowing what was going to happen to him. He wrong for that. Hey, Justin, I want to work with you, though. If we can meet up. Like, I understand your pain. And my homegirl trying to get in contact with you because she was there with you in the room. So you want to talk to her, she got you.
A lot of people are asking about the baby oil, if something was put
It's not
in it.
baby oil, y'all. That's liquid ketamine. Horse relaxer, muscle relaxer. It's topical. You can rub it on you or you can ingest it. And all of a sudden you become a zombie. Like, your eyes are open, you're talking, but you're not there. The demons have jumped into your body and you're like a robot and they're just controlling you. He can tell you to go kill somebody and you do it. If you're a heterosexual straight man,
She vividly depicted a setting where safety became an issue due to the deadly combination of Dr. Astor's GS's night war on alcohol and an uncomfortable lack of responsibility.
My name is Tony Busby. I'm a lawyer here in Houston. I'm licensed in Texas and in New York. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. Conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years. And we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enable this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates.
The entertainment industry is cooked. Can you imagine how many other famous people and big executives are probably involved in this?
These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed. The wall of silence has now been broken and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs.
So they said they vetted. That's what it cut out right there, but they were vetted. 120 people.
Claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. We also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues. We check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against.
Wait, is there anyone in support of Diddy? Is that a thing? Does Diddy actually have diehard fans that aren't like shitting on him right now? I've literally never seen a single one. Everyone's just like, yeah, this guy's a fucking psycho.
As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. It is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida.
This guy's a fucking menace.
I want to focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I thought this, I swear in my life I did not know about that part. Oh no.
We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
This guy is a...
Despite the glitz and glamour surrounding them, Denzel and Peta appear to have seen something that didn't sit right with them, something that made them leave. This leads us to another intriguing layer of this story. There are rumors, though they are unconfirmed, that Denzel may have given the authorities important footage from that fateful night. If this is true, it would not only strengthen the case against Diddy, but also position Denzel as a person willing to stand up for justice, even in the face of Hollywood's powerful influence.
I do. I think it needs to be a harsh penalty because, people are doing any and everything to be relevant, even at the expense of others' reputations and livelihoods. And that's just not fair. You can really damage someone financially. You could even drive them to suicide because the world is an evil place now. So I feel like if you do something like that, I feel like harsh consequences should take place. I really believe that.
Lab, let me get your thoughts on that, because I know we've even had conversations when you've been in studio where, people are on your social media saying things and, they see one thing and they run with it. What are your thoughts? Do you think there needs to be a real penalty for people that spread misinformation?
100%, especially when you say and spread things that potentially could damage people's brand. Mm-hmm. Because the thing about the internet is, once it's out there, it's out there. And there's no way of pulling it back now. Back in the days, a newspaper could retract a story and you never saw or heard that story again. But once somebody posts something on the internet, y'all know, we know people screenshot it, other people repost it. Mm-hmm. And so it will live on forever. And then, some Steve said, the mental piece of it. Mm-hmm. Justin Bieber had a whole mental breakdown.
Yep, several.
About how the industry was treating him and all this stuff right here. Can you imagine if these tapes truly exist, and a tape exists of him getting sexually assaulted, is put out in public, what that could do to him mentally? These people don't see it, and that's the problem. These people don't care about none of that. They just want clout. Want to post it. They just want to get the clicks and the views, and they don't care about the fallout and the ramifications for this. So I think, hell yeah, there should be stiff penalties. If this tape is released and they can prove who released this tape, they need to go to jail. And Justin Bieber does something to himself, I think they need to go to jail for that.
Held accountable. And I want to add this too, Symphony. I also found out that when they found that baby oil and stuff, I think Smart Ass University shirt was found as well. I just wanted to put that out there.
You know what?
But it was a chick wearing the Smart Ass University shirt, so we okay with that. She was doing a little Winnie the Pooh type action, so we good.
Lab, let me ask you this, because Lab, like I said, we've had those conversations in studio where, and what I really love and appreciate, you always do your research. Every time we talk about a topic, you're like, hey, that's cool, that's an opinion, that's something that you heard from another celebrity or another source, but it's not credit, and you're always going to find that source. I think information like this can be so detrimental to our community, right?
In a TMZ special, Dr. Els Brookshire, a former publicist, described her unease at high-profile Hollywood parties. She shared that her instincts often told her to leave early, avoiding any situations that might unfold late into the night.
I'm gonna put a bounty on you.
Yeah, that's been a recurring theme.
Yeah.
What one right now too,
Damn. What's the going rate right now?
Well, I'll send you a video.
Damn. Okay. Shit.
In this situation, they have 50 on me.
Oh shit.
Oh my damn.
50 ball. Yeah. Damn. That's a nigga. What?
They have 50 on me. They have 50 on me, bro.
And if you don't mind, while you put it up, can you speak on why? I mean, I know you about to send it, but for what reason? Is it something you said, something you done, a female you protected? Maybe it went too far.
Right. So like I had referenced earlier, my main business model is protecting females who got the proper resources. So these guys had hold on, I'm gonna send you that video. Oh yeah, let me get that right now before I forget. So matter of fact, let me just do this before I start, because this is a dark topic, right? Fuck. You can see some stripping. Trying to get interested. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Joker, coming to you right now. Oh.
Yeah, so this is what you did to the young man.
Yeah. So that's when I had 50 on me. Yeah, I had to shoot through the door. And like the dude who said call 911, he got hit in the neck, hit a artery, shot blood all through the ceiling on the porch, everywhere. Oh, let me get it right, my bad.
As for Denzel and Pauletta, reports suggest they may have seen something troubling enough to prompt their swift departure. While unconfirmed, rumors hint that Denzel might have shared key information with authorities about that evening. If true, this would reflect his commitment to standing up for what is right.
He had sued the liquor company. I forget the name. It was a hard name for me to pronounce. But he pretty much won the lawsuit. But you know, it was explained that in these lawsuits there's a morality clause. Do you think that his battle against this liquor company could have been what set this off actually, or was this only inevitable?
Well, you gotta look at it. We all thought he owned Ciroc.
For sure.
He felt like eventually he would be able to get some ownership stake. He didn't. And these issues really started for him once he went after them. Because shortly thereafter, he sold Revolt TV. And anybody who follows him, Revolt TV was his baby. He worked hard on that.
Facts.
So once that was sold, I knew the end was near at that point. Because, you know, just like Gucci Mane, when he went to jail, he passed his artist contracts off to people who can hold them and fulfill the details while he was gone. That's what they do. They pass it off to people who can put it in a shell corporation. Because you can have a corporation that have an anonymous owner. So once I seen Revolt get sold, I knew the end. I knew there was going to be a tumultuous path for him for sure.
Did you feel like it was Diddy's, or do you feel like he was careless towards leading up to this? Like, just I know you had mentioned him, just the way he's moving. You know, he's even him coming to New York, lollipops. Do you feel like he was moving like very careless, and where like that's why you don't have a bond? That's why, you know, you weren't strategic enough in this whole thing.
Absolutely, because the agreement was that as long as his private jet wasn't in the same state as him, he would be able to stay on the street. The moment that jet came to New York, he got arrested. And then you got to think about it, like, they got him on audio, calling witnesses, trying to get them to change the story. That's extremely careless.
Yes.
It's almost as if he was used to having someone protecting him.
They say he's snitching on Jay-Z. Is that a real thing?
You don't want to say Jay-Z on it, bro. Out of respect to y'all, you don't want to say his name on it.
So that's good.
For sure.
All right, so we're gonna
Denzel Washington has built a reputation as a man of principle, deeply committed to integrity. Any involvement he has in ensuring justice would align perfectly with the values he's consistently upheld throughout his career.